Hey guys, this is Dorian from Project Visionaries. I'm coming at you today with another little update on the game, and this time instead of focusing on any given feature, I thought I would just show you guys a little tour of where the game is at right now, whether it's UI, monsters, rendering, fog of war, any of that stuff. I'll just kind of like concentrate all of these into one update. The main thing that happened today and that kind of warrants this update is I inserted a new monster type in the game. It's a Motorized Skeleton, and you'll get to see it as soon as I'm logged in. Here I'm typing in the character name, which will be important for demonstrating persistency in a minute. So Fog of War, we've got our little ellipse. You might notice that I tweaked around where I messed around with the colors for the scene, and I'm really starting to like where the graphics are going. Not necessarily from like a asset standpoint, but just a general ton of colors, style. You know, the vibe that I'm trying to create in the game, that we're trying to create in the game, really, because this is that aspect is definitely a collective effort. So we've got this little robot skeleton. It's kind of a robot skeleton. We kind of went meta on this, and we're having a little bit of fun. Decided that would make an exoskeleton for a skeleton. The reason for this being that since our game is not fantasy but post-apocalyptic, there's got to be some kind of way that the skeleton gets around that's like laws of physics abiding. And so the way we did this is that there's like little tubes and motors that are added to the skeleton, and the bad guys in the game, that's they grab bones in the catacombs, like real people bones, and then they just slap some motors and some do a little bit of engineering, and then they have like a little AI or something that they put into the skeleton. The skeleton moves around and attacks enemies on the map. The dynamic shadows are still very much work in progress. I left them in a little bit of a broken state here. This you can see there's all sorts of kind of bugs and things that need to be ironed out when it comes to that. The reason why I left them right now, even though they're visually broken and stuff, is that I can still experiment gameplay-wise with them. So you'll see in a second monsters coming in and out of the dynamic shadow area, and I think I went in there like right about now. There's a skeleton, so as you can see, when the skeleton steps into shadows, it becomes really, really dark. It's kind of hard to notice. That's intentional. The same would apply to players for PvP. In this video, I'm not demonstrating multiplayer. I'll probably do a dedicated video for that next time we do some playtest session or something. But obviously, everything that you see here is synchronized across all players or clients that are connected to the server in real time. And so recently that's where I put a lot of effort and time is into improving the rendering logic to be able to scale these systems, the fog of war, the illumination, and all that stuff to bigger maps. In one of the videos that I posted on the YouTube recently, you could see I didn't post that. I guess I should do that. But I've been able to basically load up maps that are 256 by 256 and zoom out all the way, and then you can still see the whole map rendered in real time, 60 FPS, no drop. So that's something that I started working on through discovery and exploration when programming. I didn't really have all those systems regarding light and fog of war and all that designed ahead of time, but I'm really having a ton of fun exploring that stuff. And I think from a gameplay standpoint, it's going to make the game feel very different, and more importantly, it's going to match this feeling that I'm kind of chasing, where I really want people to be incentivized to explore and to be kind of feeling like there could be anything waiting for them at a corner of a wall, or at the turn of a tree or something like that. Yeah, I think it's a great feeling. It creates this sense of like intrigue and mystery. So this little character has been gathering some gear around the map since I started talking, and also killing monsters. You can see the stat sheet here with experience, gold, and stuff like that. It's kind of like the standard systems for producing stats. The inventory I've demonstrated in one of the last updates. And then here I'm going to just log out and log back in, and if I type in the same character name, there's no accounts yet, but it's just character name. But if you go back in, after a full disconnect and reconnect, you find your character with all the same gear. So the gear is now persistent. Same with the stats and stuff. And yeah, that's about where the game is at right now. I think I'll keep working on rendering for a few more days or weeks until I'm satisfied with the features. This stuff is really important from a performance standpoint. Those are important choices to make. And then I'll probably go back to creating skills and working on combat to make it feel really, really smooth. Like the melee combat is still a little rough. There's a lot of stuff to be done when it comes to animations, to just general combat systems. So that's probably where I'm going to be at soon. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the update, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.